Good evening. Hello. I hope everybody is having a good day so far. We got this last little bit. It's my favorite part of Friday, which is me not being at fucking work. And just about to start a heckin' awesome Final Fantasy stream. I can't wait. I had a little bit of a scare earlier though. Like as probably some of you have gathered in chat, like it's just weird. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I was connected to Final Fantasy and then I wasn't. And then I happened to look at my PC and I have a clear line of sight to the NIC card on the back of it. And on the network card, the lights weren't blinking. I'm like, why aren't they lit? Why aren't they blinking? And then all of a sudden they started working again and I got internet. Like, oh, I see what's going on. I see. So, I mean, I had to go I have a spare Ethernet cable just hanging around on my workbench. I had to grab that and I have it strung across my room just like super quick to my Switch. And everything seems fine. Another clue was like none of my other PCs, my streaming PC didn't disconnect, the lurking PC didn't disconnect. None of that stuff disconnected except for the gaming PC. Which I guess in the grand scheme of things, if a cable's gonna go bad, please let it be any other cable other than the one that's plugged into the streaming PC. That works flawlessly. So there you have it. I mean, I guess that expensive shielded Cat 6A that I use for 10 gig, I guess it's just a big piece of shit. Which sucks. Ugh, sucks. But I think I might actually be able to get 10 gig E over Cat 5e if it's a real short run, which it is. It's short-ish. But yeah, holy heck. Let me go through the list here real quick. Sorry bot, thank you so much for popping in, keeping us all safe. Wee-woo, hello. Gosh, I love Wee-woo. Wee-woo hot, Wee-woo cute. Winterwolf, hello, welcome on in, nice to see you. Drock, hello, welcome back. Vera and Poji are busy having a fantasy life, I see. Perhaps they could take a break and join us. Oisenberry, hello, welcome on in. My favorite Berry Oisenhouse. Hello. Savrin, hello, welcome on in. Scroll. Ryu, hello, welcome on in. Something I did want to mention before we get started is some folks already know I put like kind of a feeler out on Discord, but I am thinking about spooling up Minecraft again because I think that was fun for a lot of us. So there's going to be like a little difference this time. I'm going to locally host it this time because I think I can do better performance, you know, and it'll be cheaper. You know, if it's not, we could always explore like, you know, having it remotely hosted again like it was before. But I think that like, I think it's doable. I think it's doable doing it locally. Tricky, hello, welcome on in. I miss the old world. I do too. But I think that, like, at this point, I think probably starting out fresh, having some new beans, pop in. I know Artsy Heartsy has expressed some interest, as well as Lelzafa and some others, possibly Wee-Woo. And, like, you know, we have a lot of new faces. We have a lot of new faces that have been hanging around since we had the old Minecraft world. You know, a lot of friendos that we've gotten to know. So, like, I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool just to spin up a new world on the very latest version of Minecraft, you know, with, like, you know, the cherry blossoms and, like, the new animal skins and stuff like that. And I think it would be fun. But there's no... I don't have a specific time on when I'm going to do that. The best I can say is probably within the next month or two. I might spin that up, and I might make it a regular stream, like on Tuesdays, because I was thinking about, since my Sundays are spoken for now on, I was gonna spool up some streaming on Tuesdays instead, and we might use that for Minecraft. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. I got some testing to do and things like that. And yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. But like, yeah, if you're interested in doing stuff like that, like, make your presence known in the Minecraft server, in the Minecraft section on the Discord server. But holy heck, let me. I gotta join voice. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Let me do that. I knew I was forgetting something. There we are. Okay. I gotta deafen up. There we go. Join in the voice. All right. I'm gonna join voice super quick, and we will get started. So let me kill the timer. The music. We'll go to main, and I gotta unmute this. There we go. Now it should work. I think it works. Or maybe it doesn't. Let me see. Volume mixer. Nope, it doesn't. There we go. Perfect. All right, let me join voice. Ba.
And oh,
No.
Hey. And the infamous quote, "Did you know a fly's butt is exceptionally slippery?"
Excuse
I
you?
know now. And I'm glad I did. I'm gonna find out about more.
Did you know?
We're just not gonna address that.
Did you know Confucius say, if one is stuck in the pantry, they have their ass in jam?
Man stand on toilet is high on pot.
Exactly. I have to adjust Poji up a little bit. There we go.
Did you know?
I was slouching a bit, so let's see if this is better now that I'm less slouchy.
Man say, Confucius say, baseball is wrong. Man cannot walk with 4 balls.
Illegal.
No, he can. He'd
jail.
just be very bow-legged.
Jail.
And probably walking slower.
And probably need some he might need to get some custom pants to accommodate.
Custom chairs.
Yeah.
Be afraid of sitting down.
Listen, if that man is playing sports, that's awkward. How many times do you cry? How do you make that work?
Malik says 1,000 years dungeon.
I've been in a 1,000-year dungeon since the moment I started watching.
Oh my
1,000 years
god.
jail.
Once I was born.
Wow. Just think, I'm actually kind of interested in the progression on how disgusting we've gotten over the last 4 years. Because like when I started streaming, I insisted this
I remember this. Yeah.
I insisted that this be just like, just very wholesome and like tame. And I think over the years, as we've gotten more comfortable, we've just gotten like, let's just talk about a bow-legged dude with 4 balls. Like, just walking down the street,
He was just walking down the
street.
Oh.
Do that ditty.
I hit my mic.
I blame me, and I always will.
Why are we like this?
I blame you too.
I would.
Listen,
I would.
Forget, it's the harem of light.
I am
This
the
is true.
true
This is
bird of
true.
the stream.
So can I make a motion? I will make a motion, not a bowel movement, but a motion. Renaming NG Plus crew into Harem of Light.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
good with that, yeah. That sounds
Can I be the harem of darkness?
I'm hungry.
Harem of Sun and Shadow.
That does make me hungry.
Wow. Okay, are we ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm ready.
No.
Not for this part.
I'm
Okay.
on a Gwibber and it's really, really purple.
That is a really purple dragon.
Purple.
Rising Advent. Hello, welcome on in.
Look at the lasers. Our landing gear is lasers. That's kind of crazy.
The docking lasers. Don't say it.
Yeah, I think those are just the anchoring lasers. So.
Okay.
Hey, what?
Chicken butt.
Pizza Hut.
Gourmet slut.
I no.
I thought you just prefaced with, we try to keep this a PG-13 stream, family friendly.
What's not PG-13 about sluts?
Gourmet sluts.
I tell Tickery that I'm a slut for Tickery all the time.
Oh,
This is true.
Okay, guys, wait up. Hold on. I hadn't talked to Alpino yet.
Neither have we.
Okay, good.
y'all just running.
The way you guys just ran off, and that happens to be the quest direction?
Yeah, because we were going with Ahty. Ahty was moving. Ahty was moving.
Okay, well, hold up. I gotta catch up.
I'm not talking to Alphino right away. I'm going to talk to Extras first.
Okay.
I want to talk to this dragon's corpse. So you
Beak
thought
dead.
you did something.
All right, I'm gonna weed.
All right, weed.
I see no one else in this barren waste. Do you? And why do I feel like we're not alone? Like there's another presence with us, something dark and mournful. I don't know why cinema mode doesn't cover that thing, whatever reason. That's weird. Oh, because cinema mode's not on. Okay, there we go. Well, wait. This is cinema mode. Cinema mode is active. Okay, perfect. All right, there we go. We're good. What was this, I wonder? There was a structure here in front of me, yes? A tower of some sort, partially melted? In a strange twist of fate, it seems our perception of this place is not so different as it would be elsewhere. The world as I used to see it feels as though I am dreaming while awake. This is more than the faded memory Medion led us to believe. I think it's really interesting that these mobs are like interspersed with the NPCs too. These remains have long since turned to ash, and yet they retain their form. I get your people comfy right here. Ruins. But of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place. A relic, an inscription, anything. Look here. This part is relatively intact. The intricate design of the top suggests that it is man-made, though its builders were surely not men as we conceive of them. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. Oop, there's Sammy Beans. Hello, Sammy Beans. The metallic pillar has been partially melted, likely sometime in the distant past. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately, rather, it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction often wrought in the heat of battle. I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings. A poor decision in hindsight. Besides the light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. I forgot this place sounded like that. That's crazy. Were you able to find anything? As I feared, but still no trace of Thancred. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which, unfortunately, isn't very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. I might see something over there. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We found only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's port we've yet to explore. Let's try searching there then. Ahty, a word before we join the others. Ba.
Are you trying to get Ahty's attention?
We're trying to get Ahty's attention because the Dynamis dragons, no one can see them but us.
You have my attention.
I think Estinian can sense them just because they're dragons.
Could be.
He seems to have some weird preternatural ability in regards to dragons.
He also explains in no uncertain terms why both of us do something. That's nice.
Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. We haven't talked to him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably, like, probably keep tight-lipped on the details. Like when, yeah. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. As I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Midgard Sommer and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live in Atheris? Better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder?
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words. Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send, I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis.
Gemini will one in.
Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteion holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
Good question.
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here.
Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
He can't really be gone, can he? Medion herself said his soul persists, but he is the reason we are still breathing. If so, then maybe. My aim was true. I had her. How are we to defeat an enemy we can't attack? I understand now why the Loperites were surprised to find that this environment could sustain life. There, but for Thancred's sacrifice. His will was strong enough to reshape Ultima Thule that we might survive, that I might see again. His sacrifice must not be wasted. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state while residing in the first. Their circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Ruffy, hello, welcome on in. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Medion. Estinian, Ahty, would you accompany me in speaking to these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. Alrighty, Poji. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there is a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone is finished. Medion said these dragons are shadow and shade, from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation. So please, be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. Alright, I'm gonna talk to this one first. A visitor, not of the star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame. Oh, how we would adore thee, alas. With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march into oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Interesting. I can't talk to that one in New Game Plus. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to this one either. Oh, I can. Drink not of this spring. Tainted are its waters, and thy dainty form hath not the capacity to withstand it. Thou wouldst bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar, only watch and wait and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Nol, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight of to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost. So glorious, so beautiful. We are a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Ice Bear, hello, welcome on in. Oh, the quest is up here. Oh my gosh. Well, wait, where are we supposed to go? Oh, Omnol. Okay, I get it. I finally decided to play Final Fantasy XIV online. Hell yeah! It's an excellent choice. Fantastic game. I highly recommend it. So where are you at so far? Let me ask that, Ice Bear. Because, like, I will say what we're doing right now is probably going to be pretty spoilery for you. I mean, unless you don't care about the story. Still doing beginner missions. Right on. I will say, though, stick with it. Stick with it past, like, the core game, like A Realm Reborn. Keep going through that. Once you get into the second expansion, things really liven up. I know, but it's going to be a while for me to catch up that far. Yeah. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on Atheros. Midgardsormr's kind must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vritra said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. A murky liquid has pooled inside the eggshell. The noxious feeder is indicative of contamination. The game is a journey. Enjoy it. Ride the ups and downs. It's a journey worth taking. Yes, it is. And don't be in a hurry. If you don't mind all of the advice, I know you didn't ask for it, but savor it. Don't be in a hurry to get through it. Like, once it hits its stride and it hooks you, don't binge it. I mean, like, you know, just give it some time. Like, let things marinate. There's no rush. This egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragon was indeed hatched, there's no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops, I'll search the plains. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ryu. Oh my god. Absolutely. Milk machine, that wasn't supposed to re-reply. I hate that. I hate that. It happens so easy. Nope, we get purple. Is Poji back with us?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm catching up.
Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait.
No,
Charlie, no. Get away from there. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we don't play around with the purple line. We don't play around at that.
Yeah, we'll wait here for Poji.
Yep. I'll even put it.
While I was down making myself some sandwiches, I learned something interesting that I want to share with the call.
Yeah.
There is a comic book that is a Ninja Turtles Naruto crossover.
What?
Cool.
Tell me more.
The Ninja Turtles end up in Naruto's world.
Interesting. It's not time to go yet.
My roommate was telling me about. I'm here. Bereaved dragon.
Okay, now.
Baby Grog.
Now it's time to
Ahty
go.
going first. As is
One second.
Cool. Ahty goes.
All right.
No, Ahty's the first to enter.
I know. I'm giving Ahty a countdown.
Okay. A malformed dragonette. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So that was
how I feel when I first wake up.
I think, and we just killed it.
But it doesn't seem to have hatched healthily.
All right, I read. The boisterous howling hath been quieted. By thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps. Some eggs within Knoll are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. In pure soil replete with ether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. A sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand, and wish that I did not. What fools we were. And now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Just walking to a location to go collect materials. I ran into a cactus. Hell yeah. I love the cacti in this game. Poji.
I tried to show L2 to the bereaved dragon.
Yeah.
I said, look, the dragons lived. The dragons lived.
They don't
And
care.
I'm like, look, L2, it's your ancestors. I don't think you thought you were signing up for this way back when I taught you how to make a hammer.
She just wanted to see the world.
How could you, Poji? How could you?
You exposed her to trauma. She's gonna have nightmares now.
I'm sorry, baby girl.
Why'd you bring her out? Why'd you just leave her on the ship?
I'm trying to make the other dragons happy.
And you made Elton very unhappy.
I don't know. She still looks pretty happy, to be honest.
Proxy?
She's disassociating.
Proxy, thank you so much for the 35 months. Oh my gosh. And me? Gay? I mean, true.
During Pride Month?
True, very true.
The rumor come out. Does Ahty Plays is gay?
Proxy, thank you so much for the 35 months. That's 3 years. Well, basically 3 years. Thank you so much. The truth comes out. Yes. Shocking,
The way
I know.
Vera said that, it was like, danger ups, Brandon sex, will it hurt baby top of its head?
I was just thinking that too. But what in tarnation is pre-gat?
Perjurat.
Pergananant.
Pergananant? Prefnet?
Perfnart.
Pegnart. All right. I read.
If we're putting Peg in here, we're going in a different direction.
Creatures. I told you not to tell anybody.
So I got a new controller.
Pegrant?
And it feels really nice in my hands, to the point that without even thinking about it, I keep picking it up. And I've been talking to the NPCs using my controller.
Boji,
Nice.
Ahty is trying to go read. Desperately trying.
Hi, Ahty.
Honestly, Poji, I understand. I understand. There's nothing like a good controller that actually fits your fucking paws. I mean, like, really. I've tried so many, and yeah, I get it. Out of curiosity, which one is it?
It's just like one of the actual official Xbox ones.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where I can either put batteries in it and have it communicate wirelessly, or plug it in directly to my computer with a cable.
That's awesome. Yeah, for me, the Gillikit King Kong Pro 2 is like my ideal controller shape, because it's really close to the PS1 controller, only it has less corners. It's kind of curvy, and it's just nice to hold.
Sounds like a Pokemon
King Kong
name.
Pro? Ahty, how big are your pobs?
Well, it's not King Kong as in huge. It's not a huge... I don't have big hands. But, it's just the way it's shaped. Like, the opposite end of the spectrum for me is the PS5 controller, which is basically a plastic fucking banana that makes my hands hurt just looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it's a really... Yeah. But I'm gonna read. I digress. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive as to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Ahty, Astinian. As for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing left to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Loporrits to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Medion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. So what you're saying is, we've no way forward. At present, aye. If it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Medion's, but the dragons that hold us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife, without irrefutable proof the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Medeion meant to unmake us, then and there on the Ragnarok. And she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Medeion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them, as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart. But mayhap one of you will fare better? Then I shall guide thee. El-End, they call him, in the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going. All right,
Tell America about this place. Sure.
Before I proceed any further, I gotta take an ad break because I got probably less than a minute until it hits.
Fishing break.
Yeah. So BRB folks. Folks, I have to take a quick ad break. It's only gonna be 3 minutes, so get up out of your chair and stretch your legs, get yourself something to eat or something to drink, and I will see you back here in 3 minutes. BRB. All right, we back. There we go. All right, I'm back.
The Star Eater
Welcome back.
is typically found
Back again.
in chemical pools.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
All right. Oh, we all ready to move forward?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll move a little bit to the side.
Suppose you've been doing a little fantasy life on the side.
Oh, I get it.
In fishing, I am multitasking. I am a fantastic multitasker.
You are also addicted.
And also working on a video at the same time.
Koji, you need to close one of those things. You're gonna
And before he's like, all right, bye, y'all.
Star Eater?
Yeah, says it's found in a chemical pools.
All
What are you
right.
holding on for? Story training, stop for no one.
Choo-choo.
Apohelos 18 Alpha.
Yeah, it's the name of the...
That's
It's my stage name.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Tuesday nights.
Apohelos 18 Alpha.
Tuesday nights on the WB.
Yeah.
Superstar.
No, that's my stage name on Tuesday nights.
Oh, I see.
It was 18 Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Tozu, are you gonna play Minecraft with us on Tuesdays?
Oh,
Tuesday?
you would throw that at me. Oh.
Yeah, Ahty posted about it in the Minecraft.
Oh no, not again.
You know the shit I get up to in that game.
I do, yes.
Like, hold on, let me quit my job for a couple of years, and then I'll go build some massive-ass building that no one goes to.
I'm supposed to be looking for a job. I can't get into the Minecraft grind right now.
No worries, and no obligation.
This is a boon to dragons' grooming habits.
No worries, no obligation. It would be remiss of me not to mention it, since you seem to you seem to enjoy the Minecraft when we were doing
just
it.
a little bit, just a teeny bit.
Yeah,
Just
me and Poji have done and get it a life.
This is my life.
The joke is that that's what they call jobs in fantasy life.
I have a half-life.
They call them lives.
So I have a half-life also. His name is Freeman.
I thought you had a half-life too.
Look, Gordon, ropes.
I know where that comes from.
All right, I read. There we go.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
This
Okay, I think he's done now. Our pride is crushed, and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled, and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still as stone shall we become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin? On another star? And yet, upon thee, do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the wheels of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian!
Stay back!
We tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
The emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
No! Not Estinian too! There's a wind.
Gillian, welcome on in. Alu, hello, welcome.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did. Oh, Alphino. Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
not gonna have any of them left by the time we get there.
Okay, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Ahty,
Yeah.
I want that opossum obliterated.
That opossum?
Gillian naps.
Ah, naps. Hi, Gil.
Lovingly, perish.
I think it's important that we don't forget that.
It's important that we don't forget that. But saying it when we're having an emotional moment
That's bully.
is bullying.
Ooh, look at
Being
point.
mean.
I cannot tell if the story is making me tear up or my headache is.
Oh, you have a headache? Oh.
Oh, I suffer from chronic migraines.
I mean, we did just lose a husband, so.
A husband.
Why
and a
is it
woman.
always Thancred who goes first?
Right? I
always
told him
Thancred.
specifically, no self-sacrifices this time.
Motherfucker has been possessed by an Ascian, dropped out of the life stream buck-ass naked, sent to the first, which
He was the first to go to the first.
For 5 years.
Yeah,
Lost his ability to use Aetherites.
it was at least a year or two before someone else came in, right? Urianger was, what, 3 years?
Yeah, so it was
Urianger and Y'shtola were 3 years, and Alphino and Alizé were a year.
Yeah,
Or
it was
2 and 1.
2 years before he saw anyone he knew again.
Yeah. I read. I weed. 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 Must this always be the price paid for safe passage? If I had known this place would claim Estinian too, No. No, it's what had to be done. As by the beating of mighty wings doth wind blow, where dragons may near again touch the sky, he in the shade he bore shall soar free. The wind has stayed the fog that covered this island, and the air is no longer feels quite so stifling. Look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Interesting. A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scions should arrive before long. What?
You were supposed to wait at that marker.
I'm waiting.
You gotta click
No,
on
like-
it, then wait.
The destination?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You have to cutscene.
All right.
Or you can...
I definitely. Thank you. Sensei Theo, hello. Could I get a shout out for Sensei Theo, please? And Attic Monster. Attic, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub. 19 months. 19 months too many. Am I right, fellas? Like Kid Ahty, I love you. Uh-huh. Parasocially. Welcome on in, Attic. Nice to see you. And Sensei Theo, welcome on in too. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war, yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting, Alphino, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alize is right. We must press on, for their sake. Give me a sec, folks. Sorry about that, folks. As Y'shtola and Alize said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings? Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing on the sand. Yeah, the first guy. Welcome to that guy, too. Ahty, I adore you. I hope you're doing well. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I'm out of work for a couple of days. Things are fucking great. Last week was tough. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, 'twould appear as ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely. So we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Medion claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Mr. Barbecue, hello. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. That sure is a lot of possums on the screen. How are you doing, Mr. Barbecue? It's nice to see you. Oh my gosh. BBQ, definitely. You should. You absolutely should. With that said, though, This might be pretty spoilery for you, so like, just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. You might already be spoiled on Endwalker, but like, you know, like we're doing some, we're like in the middle of chapter 2 right now on New Game Plus on Endwalker. Nah, Mrs. Barbecue already spoiled me on it. You're fine. Okay, okay. Oh, right. These folks. I forgot. Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention. Aya, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for the nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkuj. Yes, Kofkuj of the Aya. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as the space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then? That as well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we Aya are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. We have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? Ah, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels not long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference of sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why? To bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word. It would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through the use of etheric exsanguinators, but such death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe a proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the Aya, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Y'shtola's outfit is amazing. Not gonna lie. I want to just have that outfit, right? Might I add, Proxy? You would look amazing in that. Holy fuck. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Aya wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. I'll allow it. Don't make me blush on the air, Ahty. I think I already did, didn't I? Not sorry. This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. That, my friends, is the power of regret. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Yes, hello? Is this Radio Ringtail? I'd like to put in a request. Make me blush on air. Yeah, look at their place. Wow, look at that. Yeah, the music did change. It's less like static now. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain your corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a modal state, rest assured, they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. We've got 4 of these to do. Oh, I have to get right up on it, apparently. You cast your thoughts towards the crystalline domicile, but there is no response. You wish to speak? Very well, pray. A moment, if you would. Why we seek our end, you would ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when last I emerged? Wow. Waffle, hello, welcome on in. Gosh, I love small waffles. It's the smallest of waffles that prove to be the most succulent. How you doing tonight, Waffle? The strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Yeah, somebody didn't want to wake up. Huh. EP was gonna do a stream earlier, but my body was like, you need sleep instead. That's valid. It's a form of self-care also. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated ether now. Worry not. There are no others who have need of those lodgings, and they will not provide a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few Aya have awakened. Ah, there they are. May I introduce to you La Lak, Du Deek, and Na Nij. It has been too long, Kofkuj. I dare say Sadri 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. Afrobun, hello, welcome on in. Could I get a shout out for Afronasia Bun, please? I sent you the dumbest thing alive for later. Hell yeah, I look forward to it. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity, and thus I did bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, may have such similarity in voice as unavoidable. By the way, Kofkuj, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests? A matter of proper form. Ah, yes. So long as it been, it had completely escaped my mind, and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, not Nednij. The archives have long been frozen. Lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you can recall that much. Of course, food! The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right, that's right! We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether. Oh baby, replenish my ether.
Essence. Without corporeal form and not with the usual trauma.
What's happening over here?
All right.
They're all just
What the
spread
hell?
out.
Hold on, there's extras. What the hell are they doing?
I'm gonna read. I think that I had forgotten what had become of the archives. How much has my essence deteriorated since the last I was awake? Not that I am averse to having my mind fade away in this manner. It isn't so unlike the natural degradation of one's flesh. How delightful. Throughout the universe, but few races have completely shed their flesh as we have. As a result, we seldom receive visitors from other systems. Extreme differences can inhibit meaningful interaction, you see, and none more so than those which affect communication. Most entities, for example, cannot even comprehend our words. You are rare indeed in your ability to do so. You avail yourselves of dynamis, yes? It is an impressive application, even if it is ultimately pointless like all the rest. How much ether would be adequate for your kind, I wonder? As I recall, there is a fine line between optimal satiation and violent sickness. This facility is where we replenish our ether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please absorb as much as you like. Absorb. I'm not gonna go there just yet. We were told to stand wherever we like. This strikes me as less of a meal and more of a ritual. Alu, thank you so much for the gigantification of food inhalation. Judging by the construction of this facility, it would seem the Aya directly draw upon the ether. Ether, they said, but I can't help but feel a bit nervous. If they are thus able to replenish their ether, the loss of vital sustenance isn't like to be the cause of their demise. If it is as I suspect, then this so-called feast, actually, let us see it for ourselves. Fear not, we are not like to come to harm. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. just as I suspected. As meticulously as one might recreate the Aya's homeworld, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarad. However appearances may seem, you must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Beef jerky. Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think their mouth serves not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel welcome. We feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder. Wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well. We shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Aya yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we could eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Ayami, welcome on in. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believe that we could be free from the uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Thank you, Ayami. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of this abode. A place called Elegia. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led to such an enlightened people to an indolent end. Ligma, yes, we're on the way to Ligma. I have to ask Uranger. I have to ask Uranger the directions to Ligma. Ere we join the Aya, there is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Ahty, Grahatia, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. Asking Uranger for the directions to Ligma, yes. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you were plotting, Uranger. I almost said Uranger. But I trust you have our best trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. You just gotta make sure you don't make a wrong turn at Mind Goblin. Hey! Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
This lake is interesting. Also, what the hell is that?
What the hell's what?
I don't know because I'm actively fishing, but there's something on the opposite side of the lake. What is that? Level cheater?
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a B rank.
Like, what was it? Omega's. It's one of Omega's little monitors almost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the level checker.
Yeah, this is the level cheater.
Yeah, it was here to beat the shit out of the dragons. It makes sense that it would be here.
The dragons are, yeah.
Except the dragons aren't here. This was a section.
Yeah, but
they're in this zone and they can't control where the B rank spawn.
All right, a weed.
B ranks have a.
Weedin. Aye. This place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we have established, here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra. They believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Medion made contact with them while they still lived. Of course. She must have visited the stars of the dragons and the Aya before either race perished in their entirety. Thus could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on historical account. So too did I theorize, and, upon that assumption, considered how those two races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Medion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an Endwalker. In the course of her starfaring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Medion did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and the Aya unto their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades. In bringing thee into my confidence, I would remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favor, and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado, then, let us go join our comrades.
Draw the emotion that everything needs to end. There needs to be living things to draw that emotion from.
I gotta take my break real quick.
I'm not speculating. I'm just reflecting on what was said.
Yeah. I gotta take my break real quick, folks, because I got about 20 seconds before it's gonna hit. So, folks, I'm going to take a 3-minute ad break. Get up out of your chair, walk around, grab yourself some food and a drink, and I'll see you back here in 3 minutes. All right, BRB. All right, we back. All right, let me get back in a voice here. Hello.
Hello.
So, I'm not heckling anybody and I'm not like scolding anybody or anything like that. I don't want to be super negative, but hear me out. I strongly suggest y'all just let things happen.
Okay.
That's what I want. I don't want to have a discussion.
Yeah. Like,
I just want to read.
Water in this zone is funny.
Yes.
Like we can talk about, oh, this thing happened, and this means this, and that means that.
yeah.
Okay, what about the NPC that we're about to talk to that's going to explain all of those things at once?
BRB though. BRB real quick. Sorry. Lilia Goob, thank you so much for the heckin' raid. Welcome on in. How was blood on the clock tower? Tell us all about it, but first, make sure you get your self-care stuff going on. Grab yourself a drinky and a snack and get cozy. Tell us all about it. Goob, thank you so much. Very silly, I bet. Holy heck. Welcome on in, folks. My name is Ahty. I am a transferee gamer from Oregon, and I mainly play RPG games. Tonight we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We're I think, part of the way through Chapter 2 of Endwalker right now. We're kind of replaying things, re-experiencing the story. And it's very good. It's very good. Oh my god. But folks, welcome on in. The community here, we're all pretty chill, laid back, we're all friends. If that sounds like your jam, please feel free, kick up your feet and relax, enjoy the show. You can chat, lurk, do whatever you want to do. You can even drop a follow if you would like, although that's not required. Regardless of what you do though, you're welcome here and you're valid. And Goob, thank you so much again for the raid. Oh my god. Definitely get your self-care stuff going though. Grab yourself a drinky and a snack. I'm telling you. I mean, stay hydrated. Jelly things need to stay hydrated. You're mostly water. Alrighty, sorry about that. I got a raid partway through there. I turned into a ghost. Okay, there we go. Ba. So I was saying, so like, you know, with the stuff that's going on right now, I think that discussing it is probably gonna lessen the impact of what we're seeing. So, I mean, discuss things if you really want to, but I suggest that you don't. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I'm not being antisocial.
I'm being antisocial because I'm tired. I had dragged my ass off the couch at 8:30 to get dinner in time. So.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, I still love you guys. I just don't have many words to say.
Love you, Queeches.
Aw.
Like real talk.
Love you too, Ahty.
All right, I weed. Let us be off to Elegia. Uh-oh. seems everyone is accounted for. Shall we then?
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators.
Sounds a lot like a suicide booth from Futurama, in all honesty. That's grim.
Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the Air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, it is when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled?
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Aetheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Wow. All right. So I think with that, I think we should probably wrap up here and then pick up from here tomorrow.
Cool with me.
All right. Considering everyone's tired, I had a full day of work. I'm super beat also. Yeah. But holy heck. All right. So I'm gonna deafen up, and then I'm gonna raid, and then I'll rejoin the call once the raid completes.
Ooh, who are you raiding? Do you know yet?
I do not. Let's see. Somebody who's doing something kind of chill tonight. Let's see.
What about someone playing Minecraft?
Could you DM me their name on Twitch, possibly?
Sure, hold on.
Ooh, we have one of my favorite beans doing the art thing, though, also.
Art do be chill.
I do like art.
Yeah.
I do be an art enjoyer.
Me too. What about somebody who's doing Blender stuff?
Oh, that.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I think we'll go visit this bean.
Cool.
It is Lulzifa, so I'm gonna deafen up him. We'll do the raid thing. Folks, thank you so much for a wonderful night. Thank you so much. I think we're gonna visit Lulzifa tonight. Lulzifa is doing some more work on their griffin. Lulzifa, I'm so tired I can barely spell. There we go. Perfect. Folks, thank you all so much for a wonderful night. This was really, really great. But I think that's gonna do it for me. I'm way tired. Oh my god. And so several other people, so I think we're gonna wrap up here, and then we'll pick up tomorrow. But folks, I mentioned it earlier in the week, there is no Poke Morning tomorrow morning. Instead, I'm gonna be working on stream stuff and kind of getting things all set up for 2K streaming. With any luck, I'll be streaming in 2.5K tomorrow, which is in the evening, the next time I'm streaming. 6 p.m. PST, we're gonna be right back here in Final Fantasy XIV. And it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be pretty awesome. So, yeah. As is always, take care of yourselves and each other. Drink all the water, eat all the food, get all the rest. Before you know it, we're going to be gaming again soon, and that's tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST. I'll be lurking around in other streams and stuff like that. But yeah. Holy heck. Thank you all so much for a wonderful night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Goob, thank you so much for the raid. Oh wow, yeah, it was such. Oh gosh, y'all just we're in the middle of a roller coaster right now, so you gotta come by tomorrow. You got to. Oh my god, folks. We're about to raid out, but holy heck, have a great night, folks. See you tomorrow night. Alrighty, bye bye, 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 bye.